Hello, hypothetical health comrades. Ever wonder why some people are naturally morning people, bouncing out of bed with energy, while others are night owls, coming alive when the sun goes down? Maybe you're constantly fighting your alarm clock, or maybe you're a champion of late-night productivity. Well, there's a scientific explanation for these differences. It's called your chronotype. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of chronotypes. We'll explore what they are, why they matter, and how you can finally figure out yours so you can start living in sync with your body's natural rhythm and unlock more energy than ever before. You know, I personally struggled with this for years. I thought I just had to be a morning person to be successful. I forced myself to wake up early, chug coffee, and try to get work done, and I was miserable. It wasn't until I learned about chronotypes and realized I'm more of a bear, someone who does best mirroring the sunrise and sunset cycle, that I finally gave myself permission to adjust my schedule. It made a huge difference in my energy levels and productivity. Okay, so what exactly is a chronotype? Simply put, it's your body's natural preference for when you sleep and wake. It's closely tied to your circadian rhythm, which is like an internal 24-hour clock that regulates all sorts of biological processes, from sleep-wake cycles to hormone release and even body temperature. Think of it like this: some people's internal clocks are naturally set earlier, making them morning people, while others are set later, making them night owls, and that's perfectly normal. It's not a matter of willpower or laziness, but rather how your body is wired. While there are variations, most people fall into one of three general chronotype categories: larks, owls, and those in between. Larks, also known as morning people, are at their best in the morning. They wake up early feeling refreshed, are most productive during the first half of the day, and tend to wind down in the evening. If you love early morning workouts and find yourself falling asleep on the couch by 9 p.m, you might be a lark. Owls, or night people, are the opposite. They struggle to wake up early, feel most alert and creative in the evening and at night, and often stay up late. If you hit your stride after dark and find yourself thinking best when everyone else is asleep, you might be an owl. And then there are those of us who fall somewhere in between. We might be able to function relatively well in the morning, but we also enjoy staying up a bit later and tend to peak in the afternoon. So, what determines your chronotype? Well, it's a complex mix of genetics, environment, and age. Studies have shown that certain genes play a role in regulating our circadian rhythms. For example, genes like PER3 and others influence if you're more likely to be a morning or night person. Okay, let's get a little more specific about genes involved in the circadian rhythm. For example, the PER3 gene has two common variations, a long version and a short version. Studies have found that people with the long version tend to be more evening-oriented, while those with the short version are more morning-oriented. Other important genes include clock, BML1, and CRY. These genes interact with each other to regulate the expression of other circadian rhythm genes. It's a fascinating area of research. Your chronotype is largely dictated by a region in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This region controls the production of hormones like melatonin, which promotes sleepiness, and cortisol, which regulates stress. The timing of these hormones affects your chronotype. Age also plays a big role. Teenagers tend to naturally be more like owls due to hormonal changes during puberty. As we get older, our chronotypes tend to shift earlier, making us more like larks. Knowing your chronotype isn't just a fun fact. It can have a huge impact on your overall well-being. When you align your life with your natural sleep-wake cycle, you can experience a number of benefits, like improved sleep quality. When you go to bed and wake up when your body naturally wants to, you're more likely to fall asleep easily and wake up feeling refreshed. You'll have increased productivity. When you schedule your most demanding tasks for your peak energy times, you'll get more done with less effort. There will be better mood. Adequate sleep is crucial for emotional regulation. When you're well rested, you're less likely to be irritable and stressed, and you will have improved health. Chronic sleep deprivation, which can happen when you constantly fight your chronotype, has been linked to a variety of health problems, including increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. So what really happens if you ignore your chronotype for years? It's not just about feeling a little tired. Over time, it can lead to some serious health problems. There is increased risk of metabolic disorders like diabetes. Studies have shown that people who are chronically sleep deprived are more likely to develop insulin resistance. There will be a weakened immune system. Sleep is essential for immune function. When you're not getting enough sleep, your body is less able to fight off infections. There will be an increased risk of mental health problems like depression and anxiety. Sleep deprivation can disrupt the balance of neurotransmitters in the brain, leading to mood swings and other emotional difficulties. So, how do you actually figure out your chronotype? Luckily, there are a few methods you can use. There are many free online questionnaires designed to help you you identify your chronotype. The Morningness-Eveningness questionnaire, MEQ, is a popular one. I've added a link in the video description. You can keep a sleep log for a week or two. Record when you go to bed, when you wake up, and how you feel throughout the day. Look for patterns to identify your natural sleep-wake cycle. Try to do this during a period when you don't have strict work or social obligations. And wearable sleep trackers can provide data on your sleep patterns, including when you fall asleep, wake up, and spend time in different sleep stages. While not perfect, they can offer insights into your chronotype. Once you know your chronotype, here are some practical tips for aligning your life with it. Schedule your most demanding tasks for your peak energy times. Larks should tackle them in the morning, while owls should save them for the evening. Gradually adjust your sleep schedule to better align with your natural sleep-wake cycle. This may involve going to bed and waking up a little earlier or later each day. Optimize your environment. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Establish a relaxing bedtime routine. Be patient. It may take time to fully adjust to your chronotype. Be patient with yourself and experiment to find what works best for you. Okay, so you know your chronotype. How do you actually use this information in your everyday life? Let's look at some examples. Let's say you're a lark. You might want to schedule your most important meetings for the morning when you're at your sharpest. You might also want to make sure you get plenty of sunlight early in the day to help reinforce your circadian rhythm. Consider doing creative work or problem solving as part of your morning routine, since larks are more productive in the morning hours. Now, let's say you're an owl. You might want to schedule your more creative or analytical work for the evening, when you're feeling most alert. You might also want to dim the lights in your bedroom a few hours before bed to help your body produce melatonin. Consider doing more collaborative tasks during the afternoon, as the owl chronotype will gain energy throughout the day. If you are in a relationship with someone with an opposite chronotype, it's important to be understanding of each other's needs. Larks should avoid pressuring owls to wake up early on weekends, and owls should be mindful of larks needing to wind down early in the evening. There are some common myths about chronotypes that I want to address. You can train yourself to be a morning person. While you can shift your sleep schedule somewhat, your underlying chronotype is largely determined by genetics. You can't completely change it. Myth: night owls are lazy. Absolutely not. Owls are simply wired to be more productive at night. Their work habits aren't a reflection of laziness, but simply when they have more energy and creative flow. Myth: if I'm retired, the schedule doesn't matter. Retirement is a great opportunity to get the right amount of sleep. It's important to keep a consistent sleep pattern, even on weekends. So, there you have it. Understanding your chronotype is a powerful tool for improving your sleep, boosting your productivity, and enhancing your overall well-being. Whether you're a lark, an owl, or somewhere in between, embracing your natural rhythm is the key to unlocking your full potential. Now, I'm curious, what's your chronotype? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed tips on optimizing your health and well-being. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.